Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the news edition. For y'all here to see Ariane, she's running a little bit late, so she's coming. She's just running a little bit late, but thank you for joining. We're going to talk all things women's wrestling for this week. So if you have any questions for Ariane, please put it in the chat. We'll ask all that good stuff. I am super excited that she's going to be hopping on with us today. There's really only one question, maybe 3 questions that I have to ask her. And, some fantasy stuff that I want her to just, approve of, I should say. So yeah, let's kind of get into it while we're waiting for her to hop on. First off, how y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. It's Thursday. It's the summer. Hopefully all the states or wherever you guys are, cities open back up. Maybe, I don't know. We'll go with it. But it is Pride Month. And so for NXT, hey, SoCon. So for NXT, Tony Storm took over NXT social media for Pride Month and comes out as bisexual. So, I mean, it's great that WWE is embracing this. I'm just kind of seeing what's, don't mind me. I'm just looking at my phone just in case anything crazy happens. It's great that WWE is embracing this, but it's just kind of, there's no but. It's great that WWE is embracing it. I just wish that they would embrace other things. I don't know, more diversity, I guess. They are getting there, but they're not there just yet. And I guess one of the questions, it is hot outside. I guess one of the questions I just have is like, where is they're cutting so many people. And I get it, but it's just kind of funny how the world works. Oh, y'all, I'm excited. Let me do the official. So she is a singer. She is a wrestler. She is a TV host. She is a homeowner. She is a dog mom. She is so many things over and above. She is an amazing woman. Please welcome Ariane Andre. Oh, sorry, Andrew. Why do I
was like, girl, who is Andre?
This is like every time you come on, you know what? It's like every time you come on, like I practice. I think I get nervous because people butcher because my first name is long. And then I like, you know how you like don't want to trip and then you trip? That's what happens. I don't understand why.
You just psych yourself out, girl. You have to be like, just go with the flow and it's going to work itself out.
I know. I'm gonna get you know what? I'm gonna get it's after this morning too, after our conversation, I was like, I need to get my shit together. Like for real. Like it doesn't matter if I'm busy. So thank you for being who you are and thank you for hopping on. How are you doing?
Girl, I am tired as fuck, but I am here. I'm alive, and that's all that matters. How are you feeling?
I am good. Same thing. I am tired. I am busy, but I could be busy working for somebody else, but I'm busy doing my own thing. So,
Hey. Glitty is making an appearance. I guess she wanted to say hello because she's barking and shaking in the background. I don't know if everybody can hear her.
Yeah, I mean, she is more than welcome to. So let's get into it. Somebody asked, is your house going on sale? Like you just moved into it. Why would you sell your house?
I mean, the market's hot and I definitely have some equity in my home. But as much as it was a motherfucker to buy a home and not only do that by my motherfucking self and pick up my stuff, go from California to Arizona and all the stuff that comes with it. No, unless someone's offering me an amazing deal that I cannot resist. Yeah, no, I'm going to be here for a little bit.
Your house is absolutely amazing, by the way. Like it feels like every time I see you do stuff in your house, it's like you're in a different room and there's like space upon space upon space.
It definitely is. I feel very grateful and blessed to be able to say I am a first-time homeowner and to say I did it by myself, because not to go on a whole little rampage, but it's crazy how people are like, oh, if you're not married by this age or have kids or do this, it's not the American dream. But I'm like, who wrote that? By the way, is it okay if I cuss? Because
I mean, you good,
girl. Because I have diarrhea of the mouth. You already know. But I'm like, who said the American dream is one way? Do you like rock to the beat of your own drum? Period.
There it is. Now, tell me about this music video. Like this music, I listened to the song. By the way, first off, let's just take like these pictures are beyond fire. So, first off, what made you decide that you wanted to like do a new song?
Well, I had met Damon Sharp when he did Sip in the Tea, and I remember his publicist reaching out and saying, "Oh, we have like this award-winning producer who wants to come on." I saw the names he worked with. I was like, "Yeah, that'd be a great story to hear about like his life." And we just always kind of stayed connected. I actually recorded the OG version, which is produced by Dave Allen, in his studio.
Mhm.
And he's very big in the EDM world. I love EDM mixed with a little bit of hip hop. So I was like, you know what? Maybe there's a space. You meet people and you just never know where it's going to take you and where the journey's going to go. And people come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. And I was like, you know what? I love EDM music. Let's see if we can take the OG version and put our pizzazz on it.
I absolutely love it. And it's funny because I'm in the midst of putting together like a roller skating charity event. And it's like when I saw the video, I'm like, this is just like perfect. Like, get the lights and everything and the music. It just makes you want to move. So, I mean, kudos, congratulations. Before you came on, you're welcome. Before you came on, I told everybody I had 3 main questions that I had for you.
Okay.
First off, your TikToks are on fire. Is
where
there?
are my followers? Hello guys. I'm gonna need y'all to follow my TikTok because, well, someone stole my original account, so that doesn't help. So it's very hard to get verified because someone is holding my name.
Oh, really?
Whoever that is out there, release my original name and give it to me, to the person who it belongs to.
So what does TikTok say? Did you contact them?
Honestly, it's been like the least of my worries. I did do something through them. I feel like it's more of a thing I'm going to have someone on my team who's going to have to reach out to do that, because I feel like it's just like a process to go through that whole. And that's like, there's bigger fish I have to fry besides getting verified on TikTok.
This is very true.
Yeah.
So my question is, you and Naomi, aka Trinity, do a lot of TikToks in general. Has there been any talks of doing TikToks together? And second part, you guys have both done music. So have you discussed doing music together?
Yeah. So I actually saw her 2 weeks ago, around 2 weeks ago. And we talked about music. We actually talked about a lot. So it would be dope if we were to do a song together. I'm like, do you know how much that would be a bop? Like, do you know how people would totally vibe to that?
Yes.
But again, like life just happens how it does. I can't, I can't also like force someone's schedule. And she's trying to do her thing, and we're both on different ends. I don't say of the world, but she's on the East Coast. Is that East? Yeah, that's East Coast.
Yeah, that's
and
the time difference.
yeah, so just everything, with what we both have going on and what we're trying to both pursue. But I'm all about that manifestation, and I'm gonna put it out there that it's gonna happen.
I like it.
My lighting just got a little weird. Hold on, let me fix it real quick. Okay.
So my next question / manifestation, if it's in your manifestation, is that and we won't get too much into it, but we've been seeing what's happening in WWE with Naomi. I'm a huge fan of her. I'm a huge backer of her. There was an article where you were talking about it last week. Y'all go and look it up. I'm not going to go into it. However, if WWE were to contact you to, get this tag team back together, would you be down?
Well, who said they have not?
Ooh.
I always just say like what is meant to happen will happen, and what's not supposed to happen is not. It's just not. I feel like as long as, I always say a good person, but there's fucked up people who win. But how long does that last, or how happy do you feel? I always say that if something is in your alignment for it to be in your path, if you're working toward it, it's not just like, oh, I want to manifest it. It's like, okay, well, also, what are you doing? Are you putting forth the effort to make it happen? I feel like if things are supposed to be for you, they will be for you. And if it's not, that was just not your journey. I always look at a glass half full instead of half empty. And I always just say like, you know what? What's meant for me is mine. Because I know I work my fucking ass off. I know I know I'm a good person. I know what I bring to the table, you know? And just to add like a little nugget, everyone knows and talks shit about how I am not the best wrestler and whatnot, but it's not MMA, it's sports entertainment, you know? So I just know that if or when the opportunity does present itself or already has presented itself, you know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do because I always like to put my best foot forward. Given
Yeah.
you know, given what you can only work with what you have. There's only so
Right.
much you can do. You know what I mean? Like, so you know, that's just my little 2 cents, girl.
I mean, I feel like, and again, this is more my fantasy booking. It's just like you both have grown separately, and you have done so much. Like you stay booked and busy, and you have. I feel like you have a mouth. Not only do you have the talent, but you have a mouthpiece on you that could wreck the locker room without even touching them. And I want to see that happen.
I mean, girl, I appreciate you, and I agree because I'm like, this is the thing, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You can teach wrestling, but you cannot teach star quality or how to just have a presence that gets under people's skin. Because I don't care. I mean, not to even go down this rabbit hole with Eva being back and, you know, people having things to say about that. And, you know, oh, like, why did these people get released? And I'm like, you know, everyone has their own lane, their own journey. But I'm like, this is the thing. Are you talking about her? Yes, you are. So she is doing her job. That's like you can't hate on that. Like you can't hate when someone's able to bring fire, trend, and be something to talk about. All publicity is good publicity. I mean, at the end of the day, like people, even I feel like who talk shit are like, damn, I wish I could have that. So why hate?
That part. And yet at the end of the day too, the way, and you said it perfectly, it's sports entertainment. So even like you see people who are amazing wrestlers, but they can't talk for shit. And you know, they're lukewarm. It says in the Bible you don't want to be lukewarm. And I think you could apply that to wrestling. If you're lukewarm, nobody really cares about you, and therefore nobody wants to see you. Therefore, you know, you have to have a lot of other things going on.
It's so true because I mean, I had Jericho on one time on Sippin', and he was just like, no one wants to watch two guys in Speedos just do flips all around. You know, it's about charisma. It's about how do you connect with the audience, even because everyone loves the underdog. So, and everyone loves someone they could be like, you fucking motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like at the end of the day, it's easier for people to hate you than to love you. So if you can do a good job of people talking shit, to bring the fire. If you can do a good job of people being like, damn, that's me. Like if that person can do it, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's what to me is the key of wrestling and WWE, AEW, anything has to do with wrestling, and it's entertainment because someone can flip their ass off 24/7. You're walking around with broken bones, but it's like, okay, well, you just did all that, but did people get wooed by that? Maybe for a second, but it's like, well, where is that that power to make people be moved without even having to do shit?
Right.
That to me is more talent than being able to do a few flips. Don't get me wrong. Still, like there are some talented people out there and like who maybe don't have a mouthpiece but can, you know, wrestle their ass off. Like I give them kudos too, but I do believe that's what makes a star is being able to affect people in a way without even having to do shit.
Yep. And you could apply it to everything. I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, look at our politics. You know, you could know every single rule in the book, but if you are not you know what I'm saying? If you don't have charisma and you can't affect people and people want to work with you, then stuff is not going to get done. So, exactly. I mean, you see it all. Like, I honestly feel like after this, you know, the presidency before, like that was wrestling on display, period. Like,
I mean, I say it like this, like where we're at in the world is super fucking crazy. And, you know, I won't get into politics because people are very sensitive. And I look at it like this, where we're at in the world, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening. But I look at it as like, when you embrace the skin that you're in and what you represent, no one can ever do you like you, no matter what, whether you're hated or you're loved. Like that is what makes you your superpower. So it's like, you know what? I always say, like, if someone out there is like, I want to be Superwoman or Superman, why the fuck can't you? Why? I mean, things are so different now in a fucked up way, but I always like to look at it as the positive. Like with, social media, it's how you look at it. Yeah, there's a lot of fucked up stuff out there. Again, but you have the choice to filter what you want to see and what you don't want to see. But I feel like there's so many people out there that you could look at and be like, how did they just blow up like that? And it's truly because they just believe in themselves and they have the I don't give a fuck type of attitude, whether you like it or you don't. Again, you can't hate on how someone got their, like clearly they're doing something right if you're talking about them and if people are following and always have something to say, whether it's good or bad.
Very, very true. So I have one question in the chat. So we did see you on AEW. ROH and NWA are like, pretty much expanding their women's locker room. And I know you didn't give too much detail on WWE, but have you been contacted by other promotions as well?
Now, girl, I'm a host too. Why would I drop that tea? If that was a thing, come on now, girl.
I mean, I had to ask.
I mean, never hurts to ask. A closed mouth does not get fed, but girl, bye. If they did.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's another question. Have you been training? Have you been like wrestling? Like, I know you've been working out. That's a given, but have you been in the ring as of late?
Have I? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe I have. Maybe I have not.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Tell everybody about, what are you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
Tell everybody about, so again, if you're not following, you're not following her on her IG, your workouts are absolutely amazing. So, get us all ready for the summer. So tell us about your app.
Yes, so I had an app before, which was under Tribe. And it was like you had to download Tribe, and it was kind of confusing. But I'm very grateful for them because they gave me the platform. Now I have my own official app. That is, if you go into like the App Store, you look up WWT Academy. I pop right up. It's for iPhone and Android. And I'm like, I haven't done 1,000% research, but I want to say, from what I know, I am the first app to ever incorporate mental and physical well-being. And I don't like to say mental health because people get like, they're like, oh, it's great. No, I say like mental gym exercises, like ways to exercise your mind. Because I always say, like, you could have the best body in the world, but if you don't have a strong mindset, that doesn't mean anything. Like if you're unhappy, if you're depressed, but your body's great, that doesn't mean anything. I always say health is wealth. So I focus on how, to get you in a place to have a strong, mindset to be like, I can conquer whatever. Because when you have this together, it's almost kind of scary. You can become unstoppable. So it launches on the 4th of July, and I'm actually doing a giveaway. Great things. I won't go into detail and bore people because I know people will be like, short attention span. But obviously, if you follow my IG at Ariane Andrew or at WWT Academy, you can get all the details there. And it's some cool stuff that, if the person decides that they want to participate, you get like some live one-on-ones with me, 3-month subscription, and a live class, a drawn out plan to get you in mental and physical shape. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to like combine my shows. I have another show called Peaks and Valleys where I ask people essentially like what they do to keep them motivated, because it's like, ever since I've met you, you always have a lot of projects going on, but it's how you go about those projects. So you have people who work a lot and they have these projects, but their attitude is just like almost as if they have to do it. And you don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
So like, what keeps you, like, what is your motivation to keep going with all these projects?
I mean, I definitely will say it's a lot, especially I'm not going to sit here and say all the time or everything is popping. There's things that are still like on the up and coming, like my company Label My Keys, which I haven't given much time and effort because of buying a home and doing all these things. And, when you are doing more than one thing, your bandwidth is a little bit stretched. And sometimes it's kind of like, you do question yourself, like, am I doing too much? But I always, always, always say, the worst thing you could ever do is let a dream live at the cemetery. A dream or a goal. People are too scared to just step out in faith or scared about what people are going to think. Who gives a fuck? Does it make you happy? That's all that it's about. Like, does it make you happy? And for me, that's my motivation. I don't want that to sound cliche. It's like when I do Sip in the Tea, which by the way, you can watch every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we will have a new episode dropping this Tuesday. You can also listen to it on all audio platforms. I could be having the worst day, or I'm like, I don't feel like getting dressed, or I don't feel like doing this. Like, I'm not. And then you bring people on, and it's almost like a therapy session because you get to, like, you know, how Matt and I operate. You get to, like, we unpeel, I guess, layers of people. It's not like interview style, it's conversational. And you get to also hear some of the people who are at the top who go through shit just like you do. You know what I mean? And I feel like social media a lot of times can make it look like people's life is perfect. No one's fucking life is perfect. Shut the fuck up and sit down. Like, that's not how life is. There's times where even the best of the best are probably like, how am I going to afford this big ass payment for my company? Like, that's just how it goes as an entrepreneur. So for me, that keeps me motivated, because if I'm helping one person become happy, I'm helping one person have the I can do this attitude, or this one person who can look at me and be like, I relate to her because how she looks, you know, her personality or her background, like, then I'm doing my job. And that's what keeps me motivated. Because, and also too, you have to love what you do. Like, you gotta stop living for what other people want and just do what the fuck you want. And when you do that, you will create happiness. Even if the money's not initially there, if you keep going and you keep hustling, all the people who want to do it and then fall off, that just keeps getting you higher and higher to where you need to be.
There it is. So I'm going to take a couple of questions because I did tell them they can ask questions. So one of the questions is, do you have a favorite wrestler, a female wrestler to watch?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I do keep up a lot on social media, and every now and again, I will go and like rewatch a match. I got my own shit going on, so I can't really be invested into
It's a lot of wrestlers,
especially just with moving, you know, or if it has to pertain to what I have. Not to sound like selfish, it's a little selfless. Like, I got to kind of focus on what I have popping, whether it's in the ring or out of the ring. You know, at this moment, there is no one in particular that I can say that I'm like in awe about. What I will say though is what Mickie James is doing. I've been following, and I think that that's really dope with what she has going on, because you know, especially with women's wrestling, it's come such a long way. And I feel like people, if it's not AEW or WWE, people are like, but you know, like, why can't it be the next big thing? Why can't it be that there's multiple companies that are fucking playing the game and giving women opportunity and being like, this dream that you thought you may have, maybe that was just a path to get you to where you're, you know, here. So I mean, I would say in that aspect, because I also because I am such a business-minded person, I don't just look at talent. I'm always looking at people too, like, what are you doing outside of just wrestling? Because we all know, like, people who just got released, you would have never seen some of those people coming. And it's like, if you kind of didn't have some other things that you were working on, it's kind of like, or why a lot of people don't want to leave, because they're like, well, what do I do next? So I feel like I really admire people who have the talent, love and respect wrestling, but also like they have a business mindset. Vince is fucking popping for a reason. He's a businessman. You know what I mean? Like, look at Cody and Brandy. Like, it's business mindset. You have to have a business mindset to continue to succeed, I feel like, in this particular genre of, you know, which is wrestling or sports entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I could say entertainment as well. It's the same thing. Like, you know, for my business partner and I, we both came from TMZ. And, you know, when we left and then this pandemic happened, it was my skincare business that paid my bills. So it's one of those things that I'm like so thankful that I had, you know, the forethought to create it. And we created it well before the pandemic happened. But, you know, that you just never know. You can't rely on an employer. It's not those days anymore where your mom or your grandmother has been with the company for 30 years. Like, employers don't do that anymore. So, you know, it's definitely important. But yeah, it's crazy. But so tell us.
Which, by the way, girl, congrats. I mean, that cream is pussy popping, girl. I used the whole thing in like a week and a half.
Well, I mean, speaking of pussy popping, you could actually use the massage candle.
Wait. Okay. Well, hold up. Wait a minute now. Now, when you know I say pussy popping, it's not popping your pussy legitimately. It's more of a saying of like my eccentric personality to say like what's going on or that's bomb. Like that's something that is fabulous.
No, I'm saying you can use a massage candle for both. It is fabulous, but you can also use it for other things because it's lotion as well.
Okay, well, I mean, damn. Okay, we're just gonna take it rated R real quick.
I'm just saying. Babies were made with our candles.
I mean, especially during the pandemic, how many people are like pregnant?
Yeah, I'm going to a baby shower at the end of the week. So, yes. But thank you so much. But are there any other businesses, any other music, anything else that we should be looking out for? I know you're also a host, so you're not going to give away all the tea. But should we be on the lookout for anything?
I mean, yeah, I'll put it out there. We have the Bella Twins as our 150th episode to celebrate that. That's going to be super awesome to make a celebration for such a big milestone and have two of the women who were, the start of the whole evolution of women and saying, you know what, you can be a badass, you can be a mom, you could be a businesswoman, like embodying everything. I mean, they have so much going on. And again, like no matter how, some people can have a takeaway that the twins are like, oh, well, they didn't come from wrestling, but you gotta respect someone's hustle. Like if someone's fucking killing it, you cannot knock someone who is doing their damn thing. I mean, regardless if you resonate with them or not, you gotta always, especially too, I feel like us women a lot of times are not okay with letting another woman rise or letting another woman know like you're beautiful or you're killing it. Like we need more of that. It was such a great conversation. So that's gonna come out in August and I'm looking forward to that. And just being dope and like coming on and being like it was like not an issue. I reached out being like, "Ooh, are these girls gonna be too busy?" And they didn't even hesitate, So just knowing to have part of what used to be or is still my family and them being a part of a milestone that's something separate outside of wrestling. So that's happening. I'm revamping Label My Keys for people out there. It's like a bag tag for your keys so you never lose your keys. If you're out pussy popping too hard or you're out hiking or you're a real estate agent or a business owner, you want to give them as gifts. It's just like a cool little thing so you don't lose your keys. The app drops the 4th of July. And I want to make it accessible for everybody and anybody. It's super inexpensive. It's very affordable, $9.99. I'm also open to giving a whole month for free. If you're listening to this, DM me. I got you. And Jaded Pictures, we're still moving with that. My short film. If you don't know about it, go check my page out. And yeah, music. I'm just excited. I'm working with so many great people, like Damon Sharp. I mean, he's worked with J-Lo, Ariana Grande. Like, so to have him produce my song is bomb. I have a feature that I'm coming out with someone who's big. I'm so excited for that. Another potential feature that I'm gonna have on my song called Pussy Clap. And it's just things I cannot complain. I feel very grateful. I feel very grateful.
Can I add some other things to your universe? Like I just want to put it out there for something I want to see.
Sure.
So I would like to see you in the ROH Women's Championship. And that's coming up. Just saying. I think you'd be amazing. I also want to see you make I guess a re-debut on AEW. Even if it's for like a short moment. Like I feel like wherever you go, it's a lasting memory. So even if you're there for a short time, that's fine. Like I kind of feel like I want to see you do the rounds. I want to see you on ROH. I want to see you in AEW. But I think my ultimate dream is the curtains open and you and Naomi come out
and get the motherfucking tag team championship belts. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, to me, that would be it would be making history, which I didn't even realize until Matt and I had her on for our 50th episode, where he's like, do you not even realize you guys made history being the first black tag team ever? Like, and I didn't even know, I didn't even think about that. I was like, I didn't even recognize that we'd already made a moment, but it was never like something that was ever talked about, and I didn't even realize it.
I think you guys are the only ones from what I can Like I'm looking back.
So first and only,
Yeah.
then that's a whole nother thing added to the resume. And we, Naomi, I almost sometimes get like emotional talking about her because she's such a great fucking person, and she's she's so talented. Like, I don't even want to get like, she is really like my sister from another mister. And even though I'm 3 weeks older than her, I've learned so much from her. I'm so proud of her, and just her humility with being humble. And even when she's put in situations that are fucked up, she does it with a smile. There's not many people you can say who does that, because she's a team fucking player. Yeah. And that's, to me though, that's what any business is about, whether it's wrestling, whether it's about being a team player and elevating someone when they need to be elevated, and then it being reciprocated. The only thing that I feel like is missing is like, where's the reciprocation? I'm waiting for that. Where is the reciprocation? Like, she deserves that. And I really do hope, regardless if it's with me, by herself, with another company, whatever it may be, that she gets. And I never say deserve, because no one deserves anything in this life. I think that word's used too loosely, but she deserves it. She does. Like, I mean, and I don't want to put woman or being black or anything like this, but I do think it would be something you can kind of add those factors to it. You know what I mean? There's young girls and boys who look at her, and I'm sure they're like inspired, being like, damn, like I want to be just like her.
Yeah. I mean, what always impresses me, and I don't think I told you this, but some people who watch know, like Naomi, I was at SmackDown one day in the back, and I saw her, and she brought me into the locker room as if like, and you don't have to do those things. You can do a high and by, like you don't have to do those things. And that stuff impresses me so much, because again, like you've been in the game, like, I'm not an aspiring wrestler. Like I cover, what I'm saying? It's just, and that stuff is just, that makes me go harder. And wants me to go harder for her, wants me to demand more from her. And I think a lot of people on social media feel that way.
Yeah, it's crazy. They always say there's certain people who don't get their roses until they're dead. Not saying this, but she is someone who I feel like doesn't get her roses. Like how dope she is, how she gets along with everybody. There's not one person that would ever say anything bad about her. You know what I mean? Like there's not, she's just that person that she's relatable in so many different ways. But not only that, like she's talented. And yeah, talent can only take you so far. It's about who you are as a person, but she marks all the X's for everything. You know what I mean? So, again, manifestation, put it out there.
I'm putting it out there for both of you. I want to see it, period. Like,
I appreciate that, girl.
I would, I think, I don't know what I don't know. I think I might first like scream, and then like one tear of happiness. And like, I would just like, I already have a whole vision of it. And I think because of the time apart, and you like, everybody grows, and the time apart from wrestling and where you are now, and just how you like assert yourself is just like, I want to see it all. I want to see it all everywhere. So I'm really putting that out for you.
That gives me chills, girl. No, I appreciate it. I definitely feel like being away has helped me grow as a person. I mean, I'm still going to always be Ariane, or for people who are like, who the fuck is Cameron, is a character, but I will always have that eccentric, outgoing, loud personality. But knowing what I know now, I will approach things so different. And I just know that, if or when the time, how things go.
I'm going to say when.
And there we go. When, but what maybe I'm saying if is maybe it's coming around the corner, girl.
I know what you're doing, but I'm gonna pretend like you don't know, but I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna like we're flipping the roles. So I'm gonna say, but what the deal is. But I'm gonna say when it happens.
Yes, I appreciate that because I just know that the two of us together, regardless of where it's at, we would fucking kill the game, period. Like, I'm my last little bit, I won't ramble anymore, but I didn't know this. Again, Matt was giving all the tea. He's like, you guys have the highest rated episode of Total Divas of all time. Planet Funk is funked up. 1.3 million views.
So why?
Again, like, I didn't even know this shit. Like, so again, obviously, we do something for people together.
Well,
So
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Period. I just the backstage. Oh, so many visions. So I feel like we were supposed to talk women's wrestling news, but I feel like we can just end it off right here. We gave enough news where it's like people who are for Naomi. I don't know if WWE listens, but definitely go on Twitter. I have been seeing people go on Twitter, but like voice your opinion if you are for Naomi. Don't give no hate. We're not about hating anything, but I mean, she deserves a lot better. So go on Twitter.
People clearly expressing it. She's been trending every week. I mean, she doesn't have to say anything. Again, like, she has a presence. She doesn't have to say anything with people saying it for her. So
this is very true. So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, girl. I don't want to run your show.
No. I was gonna wrap it up. So if there's anything else that you want to say,
stream my music. Born With It. The remix is just stream all my shit across the board. Short and simple. Ariane Andrew. Boom. Done and done.
If you Google her, everything is going to pop up. So it's very easy, which is always great when you have a guest. It's like, oh yeah, everything's right there. So definitely go and stream her music. Follow her on TikTok. Follow her on IG if you're not. Definitely motivational. And like I said, it's just one of those things. It's a pleasure that you came on again. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for just being open. Thank you for forgiving me for something that I should know by this time. So I appreciate it. But yeah, I am just so looking forward to everything that's happening. And when it does, I'm giving you advance warning. I will be blowing up your phone. You don't need to respond back because you'll be busy, but I will be blowing up your phone saying congratulations because I know it has to happen. Period.
Well, I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you taking your time out. It's always a pleasure. And even though I know it was me coming on here, I want to congratulate you again on, your line and what you're doing with your creams and, seeing again, like, another woman who is being an entrepreneur and stepping out and doing something that is scary. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not. So yeah, kudos to you. And however I can support you. I know I said I get a little caught up in my role too, but however I can support you, let me know, girl. You got my number.
For sure. Well, thank you. I think I got some of y'all questions were kind of lame. Sorry. I just, I'll just put it out there. Some of your questions was just like, I can't ask that. So I asked the questions that I feel were appropriate. But other than that, I mean, she said to DM her, so you can DM.
Slide in my motherfucking DMs.
But thank you guys so much for joining. This is going to be a weekly thing. We're no longer doing on IG Live. This is a way better platform. It's way nicer too. So thank you guys. I know, right? Shout out to Clement for doing our graphics. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Ariane, for joining as well. I cannot wait to see everything because it's going to happen.
Girl.
For sure. So much love as well. So thank you guys for joining. Till next time. Ciao.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women